What's up, everybody? It's Make It Make Sense. We got a big show today. This was a doozy. It started off, we were going to be discussing Wendy Williams, and then Tami Roman started getting. Tami Roman was part of the BET Awards, and then people started talking about her body being very gaunt. Then we got Nicki Minaj and Rihanna started getting body shamed. So this video just kind of like kept evolving in the worst way ever. We're going to talk about it because, for starters, I think everybody currently in Wendy Williams' life is exploiting her. And we got to talk about it. In addition to that, Tami has expressed some things about her personal life, about her diabetes, and about body dysmorphia. So it almost kind of feels like for all those people questioning her, it's time to like leave it alone. It's time to start accepting people for who they are. Like, it's okay if you're on TV, you're signed up for a reality show, but this woman isn't anymore. So just to give you guys an idea before we start, this was a picture of Tami at the BET Awards. It's not who we're accustomed to seeing Tami. This isn't what we're accustomed to seeing Tami look like. But even with that being the case, you never know. And what it really made me think about was what it really made me think about was, excuse me, I have a hard time pronouncing his name, so we'll just say the actor who played Black Panther, who was battling cancer, and people destroyed him in the press because he had lost so much weight, not knowing that this man had stage 4 cancer. So we're going to get into it, but we're going to start with Wendy. Now, for me personally, real quick, hey to everybody in the chat. I'm sorry, it's just a big show and we got a lot of topics to cover. Chadwick. Did I say it? Chadwick Boseman. There we go. Chadwick Boseman. It really reminded me of that. But thank you for everybody in the chat. I always somehow manage to say his name wrong. But I think I got it right today. Anyway, so we're going to start with Wendy because I feel like Wendy's an icon. Nobody does it or has done it since like Wendy. And although I'm going to give Sherri Shepherd a chance, I feel like, and I said this months ago, whoever her team is, whoever her family is, she does not have to be on TV to be a full person. She has had a fully realized career, and whoever is consistently putting her in front of the camera really does not care about this woman. We saw this multiple times. She did an interview with Fat Joe. There was something a little off, but this TMZ interview took the cake. So we're going to start there. Before the end of the show, I will open it up because I know there's a lot of Wendy Williams fans. Before we go to the actual interview with TMZ, there was a interview that she did like in her car where you could tell her cognitive abilities were still there. She was still very present. And I want to play that for you first. This was a couple years ago when Wendy was still, she had just broken up with Kevin. She was in LA. She was hanging out with the Kardashians. She was hanging out with Black China. She was hanging out with Nene. She was trying to date again.
Wendy, how are you?
Oh my God!
You look. How is LA treating you? I gotta ask.
I love LA.
You love
I
LA?
love New York more. I'm going home tomorrow, but life here suddenly has been really good. I've been here for 5 days. I'm gonna get my chicken and waffles, and I'm gonna go back to my hotel. Oh my gosh! I can't believe you're in my face like this. Hi.
Sorry.
I guess
sir, as long as he's not drinking, sir, you're not gonna.
Excuse me, guys.
Good.
We're gonna get things done.
All right.
Make sure you tie it up, okay?
Girl, I'm wiping on that one.
So
Extra napkin. Hot sauce on steak. Yep.
All right, Wendy. All right, sweetheart. Oh.
Thank you very much.
Wendy, before you go, let me ask real quick. Listen, your time here, the Kardashians.
I know, right?
You guys are rekindling.
Oh my
that a
God,
little bit.
I love them. I always did. Like, I just look.
Did the media take it out of context? Did the media take it out of context sometimes the way that the way that you said things? And
The media always takes things out of context, but it's okay because I'm part of the media. Here's the deal, though. We're on hiatus now. Like, when I get back to New York tomorrow, I still got 4 more weeks of vacation, which is ridiculous.
Nice.
I don't know what I'm doing with myself. I miss my Wendy watchers, but we have live shows on July 8th, and I will be sure to clarify in my Wendy voice what me and the Kardashians and Hollywood and China and
that's what I'm saying. The Black China, Kim and Chris, you guys are all good.
Yeah, look.
How is it spending time with them?
Enlightening.
All right. I won't ask.
In life,
Yeah.
stuff happens, and it's okay. I've still got a very full life that I really enjoy. Please don't make me cry.
Okay, I won't.
Oh my God. I didn't plan on this, but it is what it is. I have got to go eat my food with potato salad and everything, and I got to get on the plane in the morning, but I have a very full life. Thank you for watching. I would ask you to respect our privacy, but please, I don't respect people's privacy. That's why I do the hot topics. So turnabout is a fair game, but all 3 of us are doing fine.
Are we gonna see the 3 of you guys? Yeah, I mean, together. Even maybe not as a married couple again,
yes, of course you will. Kevin's got to graduate from college. He's going into sophomore year. He's going to get married or whatever. He's going to celebrate. Yes, everybody's got to grow up.
And is he going to be back with his father again?
Okay, so guys, I played that because this was right after the breakup. This was when Wendy was getting her life kind of in order, trying to find herself after she got divorced. But you can hear how together she is. They ask her a question, she's on it. I will say this. I noticed the decline years ago in the Wendy show when Wendy would allow her producer to kind of answer the questions for her or kind of cue her up more than normal, because that's what a producer's job is. But her producer was working overtime, so the decline happened. I feel really bad, but I don't think that until this TMZ came out, people were really realizing. So I played that to give you guys an idea of what Wendy sounded like a couple years ago. And to answer your question, yes, because of fair use, I really can't play these videos. These people will come after me. It seems like the more subscribers I get, the more times YouTube will yank a video or pull my monetization. So in order to keep it going, because it's not like I make a lot, I can't necessarily play video clips that belong to somebody else. But I can let you guys hear the audio. So I want you guys to see a couple years later what it's like catching Wendy on the street.
Thank you.
Hey Wendy, how you doing?
Hi, very well, thanks.
That's good. Any new projects you're working on now that your show's over?
Oh, excuse me. I love Morton Ira, and we bowed out gracefully.
All right. Anything else?
Podcast, of course.
Okay.
Which will make more money for me than doing the TV show.
That's great.
Thank you.
All right. Have a wonderful night.
Thank you, you too.
Okay, so shout out to NYC Pap. Shout out to NYC Pap because they stay on it. I think they have a channel. You could follow them. So I played that because I really do feel like they have given Wendy certain talking points. So if she's ever in public on an interview and you heard her continue to say, podcast will make me more money. You can hear in her voice that I played the first clip and now I played the second clip. So you have a clear, concise view of Wendy when she has it all together and Wendy when she's struggling to get her words out. So she continued to say podcast. Let's see. Oh, thank you so much. I got my first super chat from Mace. I appreciate it. Guys, check out Mace. Mace, put your channel in the chat. Mace does reviews on a lot of shows like Basketball Wives. I think Love and Marriage Huntsville. She has a channel. Definitely put your channel in there. Thank you so much for the super chat. Also, guys, we had about I think like 80 people here so far. Like the video. As I keep growing, the likes definitely help, especially if I'm doing content like this that's not related to Bravo. YouTube does push my Bravo content, but like when I do like a free for all like this one, they're not pushing it as much. So you got to show them that I'm worthy to tell other people about this channel. Like the video and make sure to turn on your what is that? Turn on the bell symbol so that way you get notifications about when I go live. Sorry, I'm producing the show myself. So, and I got exciting news, guys. I am currently working with somebody to get my own like theme song from a real rapper. So it does cost, but I'm excited. Gabor's heard a little bit of it. He just gave me the thumbs up. It sounds good. But we'll get to that. So anyway, so we're going to move on because the meat and potatoes is this interview with TMZ. And I am so upset with TMZ for doing this interview because they had to do a pre-production interview where they saw that this woman wasn't it. And furthermore, Wendy could get interviewed with any outlet that she wants. Why would her team put her with TMZ, who's known to just kind of throw anything together as long as it's clickable, as long as it's salacious? They knew that this woman was struggling through the interview, and at parts of the interview, they were laughing. It was really, really disgusting, to say the least. So let me cue that up for you guys. Hey, Escrow Marty. What's up, Dana, Trent? I see everybody in here, but we got a big video. And like I said, I'm going to drop the link because I know a lot of you have a lot to say about this. So I'm going to drop the link a little bit later. Then we'll move on to Rihanna and Nicki getting body shamed before we end with Tami. Y'all, it's a lot going on. So where is Wendy?
Well, welcome to my formal apartment. Thank you.
We are duly impressed. So, look, let's get right into it. That's a big statement for somebody who's been a fixture on television that you just have no interest in.
For more than a decade.
So tell us about
a very
it.
successful one.
So Morton and I talked, and I was like, you know, I've got enough money to do something else. And what I've never done, podcasts, which, by the way, podcast everyone has. But when you're famous, podcasts will make more money for me being famous than doing the Wendy Williams show. So podcast, where will I go?
Okay, guys. So remember, I just played for you Wendy coming into her apartment, and everything she kept saying was podcast. Podcast will make me more money. This sounds like a talking point, guys. It does not sound like the Wendy who we've known well since the 90s. Definitely, all these are cues that something is wrong. And I'm not a doctor. I'm not going to diagnose her. But it does sound like there are some issues with her cognitive abilities.
Not sure. Europe, you know, the France, wherever I want to go. Also, I know Oz. I know, you know, many people. Many people. Dr. Oz, by the way. You know Dr. Oz?
Of course, yeah.
All right, my friend, I've been in New Jersey so many times I can't count. Also, you know, I know plenty of people. So I'm ready to, like, fortunately, I have enough money. I could do nothing at all and just relax in my gorgeous apartment. By the way, doesn't it look gorgeous? Oh, do you see me sitting on my throne from the Wendy Williams
Is that your
show?
throne you have there?
Excuse me.
Oh, now we can see it. Well, all right.
So
Glad to see you took that with you.
So I want to say something. It's interesting to me because I used to do radio. Before I did TV, I did radio. And I loved radio. In fact, I think it was my favorite medium. That's not that dissimilar from podcasting. And those are your roots too.
Thank you. Thank you. By the way, this right here, this was on the Wendy Williams show. No longer any money.
Podcast now. I'm wondering if part of the attraction to this is one, that you can do it from wherever you want, and the schedule is not this daily grind that you had to do with your daytime show. Was that part of the attraction?
Yes. Will and I are in partnership. Like I told you, Will did all this for me. And so Will and I are partnership. And what the beginning of what we're going to do, podcast.
So you guys, she's saying Will and I are partnership. Will and I are partnership. Podcast. These are talking points. These are someone who has been coached through this. It's very sad. They are exploiting this woman, and nobody more than whoever this Will person is, her new manager, and TMZ for doing this interview.
We'll be with asking the phone. Anyway, it's going to be a certain person. And then we will continue podcast.
We had heard, you were kind of being a little coy about first guest. We heard something about the Kardashians, something involving the member of the Trump family. So can you give us a little clue here?
I know Kardashians, I know the Trumps, but yes, I'll see them. I can't wait to.
All right. So you mentioned, I want to give proper credit. You mentioned Will a couple times. Will, your manager and executive producer, Will Selby, who's going to be working with you on this podcast. What else are you going to be bringing to the podcast? Obviously, you know lots of celebrities that you can bring on as guests. But what do you want? What does Wendy want to do in this show that's going to be different from your TV show?
Well, you guys, I mean, maybe sneakers. You know, I've been on HSN and QVC, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, maybe I'll do something with that or something else. You know, I have lymphedema. You know what that is, correct?
I know.
Okay, you don't know lymphedema? All right, I'll show you.
Okay.
Are you ready?
Sure.
Okay, lymphedema is this. Do you see this right here? Look.
Okay.
No, look closely.
Right.
Hold up, please. Will, hold up. I can't hold it higher. Do you see?
Yeah, we can see. Yeah.
Okay, do you see this?
Yes.
All right, it's up and down. Okay. Okay, that is, I can only feel maybe 5% of my feet.
Wow.
Do you understand?
Right.
Which means normally I would be in a wheelchair. I'm not in a wheelchair. I stand up.
How are you feeling, Wendy? I know we saw some video of you out in New York City last night, and you seem to be moving well. I mean, how are you feeling, just physically?
Better than you.
That's no doubt. By the way, there's no doubt.
I'm shocked. So you're able to move around fine with 5%?
Listen to what I'm telling you. I already told you about my feet, okay?
Right.
I have lymphedema. Do you know Kathy Bates?
Yeah, sure.
Okay. She and I are partnership in lymphedema. Kathy Bates has lymphedema entirely, except for her boobs and her ass. Do you understand? And her face. Do you understand?
Okay, so in this interview, consistently Wendy keeps saying, "Do you understand? Do you understand?" To me, that says that she is continuously saying and talking to people, and they aren't getting what she's saying. And I know from having a grandmother with dementia, it can be very frustrating for people who have something to say, but they can't actually verbalize the thought. So when I was listening to this interview and she kept saying, "Do you understand? Do you understand?" It kind of reminded me of my grandmother with dementia before it all the way took her, because she constantly wanted people to understand what she was saying, but the thoughts just weren't verbalized. Throughout this interview, she's asking them constantly, "Do you understand? Do you understand?" And I started thinking, I don't even remember her saying that during her show, not once. Wendy is struggling to get through this interview, and it's really sad. It's really disgusting of TMZ, and I intend to keep my foot on their neck because they are trash for what they did to this woman in this interview. They had no business. Like, guys, okay, let me keep on. She was trying to tell you that Kathy Bates, you might know her from American Horror Story. Like, I think she has an Oscar, great actress. She has lymphedema all over her body. But when Wendy said partnership, that's what she meant. I think maybe they've reached out, the Lymphedema Society reached out to Wendy and her. Again, she is really struggling through this interview, guys. And let's get back to it.
I did not realize it could be that debilitating where you could get it everywhere. Wow.
Well, you know what? You know what? Most people don't even know what lymphedema is. It's not, you don't take a pill and it goes away. You go under surgery and it goes away. It's forever. Like when I stand up, honestly, all I do is look down because I don't want to fall down. Do you understand that?
That's really, wow. So sorry. I'm really, really sorry. I did not realize you had that. Wow.
Excuse me. I live in a gorgeous apartment.
That's true too. Also very true.
How she segued into her apartment, guys, I don't know how she segued into that. She was definitely struggling through this interview. And if you listen closely, she was telling Will, her manager, to hold the camera up so that you could clearly see her feet. So he is there. Her manager is fully aware of this interview. He probably booked it, and he's just as ridiculous and disgusting as TMZ for doing it.
So, Wendy, is this
here? You've never seen my entire situation. By the way, the person who owned this building, and by the way, it was supposed to be a building, not, you know, a hotel. It was supposed to be an apartment, not a hotel. You understand? Mm-hmm. I come in and I had 3 times to say, okay, I'm ready. I'm retired. I have an ex. And my ex, we're great. Me and my ex are great.
That's great to hear. You and Kevin are in a good place now. So, Wendy, is this you're walking away from television? You feel good about that decision. Is this? We hate to use this word around Harvey sometimes, but is this a semi-retirement for you? Well, I don't hate hearing that at all.
Excuse me. I am 100% retired in the Wendy Williams show. And I don't want to be on TV except for guest hosting. Like I love Whoopi Goldberg. I love The View. I love those girls. You know, an hour, you know, 2 hours, you know, but I don't want to be in partnership, maybe, or maybe not. I don't know, you know?
Okay. Hey, you don't have to make up your mind now. Well, look, we're looking forward to the podcast. We are looking forward to the podcast. We got to scoop,
but okay. So that was the full interview. I'm not going to play you for the Fat Joe interview, but the Fat Joe interview was very similar to what we just heard. By the time that her manager saw her hold up her feet like this, he should have pulled the plug on the interview. Okay, so we're at 77 likes, guys. Please hit the like button. I think we have about 130 in here right now. It really helps my channel, and it is a free way to support me. So thank you. What did Nene say? Support me, bitch. Yeah, y'all. Regardless of how you feel about Wendy, this is disturbing to watch. You guys, I read so much. Y'all know I do deep dives. And I was actually disgusted at how many people said that this is what she got for living the life that she lived. You never want to see anybody go through anything like this. You feel trapped in your body when you have something to say or do and you cannot say it. No, that's what Nene said. So you better support me, bitch. Okay, so to wrap with Wendy until I pull people up. I don't think that we need to push this woman back to TV or a podcast. I think that she needs to take time away from the spotlight to really figure out who Wendy is without the show, who Wendy is just to live off the money that she's made. She worked very hard. And like I said, nobody's ever done it like Wendy. Nobody should be wishing this on Wendy. Nobody should wish this on anybody. Cognitive decline is nothing that anybody wants. So we're going to move on. Y'all, so I saw this. Tammy's the next big topic, but we're going to go through Rihanna and Nicki Minaj real quick. So if you haven't been watching, Nicki has been fat shamed all up and through recently. And it's because she did the Essence Festival. And this is what she looked like. I get so tired because I'm guilty of it too. We all are guilty to some degree. We say things or whatever. And I talk about reality shows and stuff like this, but people have real lives. Yes, Nicki no longer looks like this, how she started, but she's now a mom. People are saying, okay, well, maybe she's pregnant. What if the woman isn't pregnant? Do you know how many millions of people are saying she's fat? She must be pregnant. It's not always the case, y'all. They started fat shaming Nicki around this era when she just gained a little bit of weight. We all gain weight. We all fluctuate. If people expect this woman to stay looking like this, it probably won't happen. Everybody's not a model. You know what I mean? And we already know that Nicki went through some surgeries to look like this. You never really know how it could play on somebody's psyche. But if she is pregnant, that's her business. But the fat shaming, I'm not going to show you all the comments that I saw, but this was one. You barbs out here talking about Lil' Kim and her body. Nicki body ain't looking no better. Girl, bye. Let this woman live. We all fluctuate. We all yo-yo. There is not one person who looks like they looked 10, 15 years ago. And the ones who fight to stay looking like that end up looking the craziest. We got to start giving people some grace. Same thing happened. Now, I don't know if this was really Nicki, but people been saying for years that was Nicki before she started. I don't know. I think they just put I think it got debunked. But anyway, when I did my deep dive, that picture popped up. Okay, so that's the Rihanna stuff. Where is it? So Rihanna went to get a haircut with her baby daddy. Oh, sorry. This is Nicki when she first started rapping, and that was Nicki around the middle of her career. It's an old photo with Media Takeout's running it. But the point is, you never really know what you could do to somebody's psyche. And it all tied in because we're going to go into Tami Roman and how she addressed having body dysmorphia. But you never really know what people are going through. And especially when you're in the spotlight. Not saying that Nicki is not clown people. I remember she was like, when she was going back and forth with Remy, and she said, Ra took you to the doctor, but your body don't look like Ra, something like that. Your body looks like Nas. So it's not like she hasn't done it. But I mean, y'all, they were shaming Kim though. I mean, they were. I don't have that picture to pull up, but I'll try to pull it up before we end the show. Yeah, Kim was getting shamed a lot for her body and her surgeries and stuff like that. Let's move on to Rihanna. So Rihanna got body shamed because of this picture. And the blog that I originally saw the picture on had to take it down because people kept calling her fat. This woman just had a baby. The fact that she had a baby a month ago and she's not doing what a lot of celebrities do where they don't even come out until their body is back on point. I think I remember Rihanna saying a few years ago when she basically quit the music industry, she's just going to do her. And the fact that this is supposed to be the happiest time of this woman's life and they're calling her fat, like the moment that a woman just has a baby is probably one of the most, like, should be one of the most beautiful times in their life. The fact that Rihanna is getting body shamed a month after giving birth to her first child is disgusting. When I started doing my deep dive, I actually saw that a lot of people have been body shaming her for years. And let me take this picture down. Even if you are a Rihanna fan and you were just trying to say, oh, Ree might be pregnant, what if she wasn't pregnant, y'all? Like, this is when it really started. Let me pull up the picture. It was this picture. She got a lot of flack. Now, this woman is skinny, but the fact that she's not model thin, people were in an uproar. You had whole articles. Now, you got Rihanna has a big fan base. She got a lot of love, but she got a lot of hate. It says the Rihanna Navy was overjoyed to see Thick Anna out and about, but bro website Barstools wasn't sure. In a now deleted article titled, Is Rihanna Gonna Make Being Fat the Hot New Trend? Barstool writer Chris Spagg said that the singer's high-key thickness would lead to a world of ladies shaped like the Hindenburg. He went on to accuse Riri of enjoying the good room service a bit too long and suggested her appearance would lead to all the hottest girls to look like humans in WALL-E. Rihanna is arguably one of the most beautiful women in the world, been photographed more than anybody else. If Rihanna can't gain a little weight without getting crucified, then what does a regular person have to do? It's disgusting, y'all. It's absolutely disgusting. Let's see. Kinsey said the gays for us thick girls per usual. No, Kinsey, that was a straight male website. It was not a homosexual website. That was a straight man talking about Rihanna like that. And I believe he ended up getting fired for it, but the damage is already done. She looks great. How is she fat? Do girls truly call each other fat? I couldn't. That was a man. We all do and say things true, but she still looks good. Trolls are trolls. F them. I mean, but when you have so many people coming at you in that way, what do you do? Like, she could say what she wants. Rihanna control the troll better than anybody. And when she first started gaining a little weight, she was posting stuff like this. If you can't handle, hold on, let me take this down. If you can't handle me at 2007 Gucci Mane, you don't deserve me at 2017 Gucci Mane. So she was seeing what people were saying and, going back at them. But like I said, the damage is done. You never really know what people are going through. Like, you never really know what people are going through. So I applaud Rihanna for, choosing to live her life the way she wants to. But so this was back in 2018 when these pictures started to surface. And people are saying, Rihanna's pregnant, her face full, and she's going crazy. Even that, a woman can't gain a little weight without being called pregnant? Makes no sense. Y'all keep saying thick Rihanna, but she looks more like pregnant Rihanna to me. And we now know that in 2018, this woman was not pregnant. So people just need to watch what they're saying. I mean, y'all. Okay, so let's move on to Tami Roman. So I showed you guys earlier, Tami went viral when she was hosting the red carpet at the BET Awards because these images came out of her. Now, we had seen Tami while she was still on Basketball Wives losing weight. Um, as a fan of Tami, not thinking, my first reaction was, is Tami okay? And after rewatching what she said on the reel, it got me thinking, maybe that's not even okay to ask. And we'll go into it. But as you can see, Tami's progression from when she started basketball to her last season, she has been very upfront about having diabetes and body dysmorphia at the same time. So when Tami loses weight and people say, "Oh wow, you're so skinny," in her head, she likes those comments. She feels like she's doing something wrong. If you can remember, Tami Roman was one of the first reality shows. I think she did either the second or third season of The Real World back in maybe 92. On that show, Tami was very upfront. She got her mouth wired shut while on the show to lose weight. So the fact is, her weight has been an issue for her from the very beginning of her reality TV career. And people have not let this woman live. That was 30 years ago, and she's still struggling with the same things. And it's even worse now because of social media. People can say whatever they want. So we're going to play the video of Tami on the reel in a minute, where she literally is telling people, stop praying for her, stop reaching out to her about these things. And, it caught me off guard because I thought that was the right thing. If you care about somebody and you see something, you want to say something, but maybe it's not. So this was Tami probably in the middle of her Basketball Wives career. She had a little bit more weight. This is Tami now. And between the diabetes and her body dysmorphia, I think we just need to silently pray for Tami. So let me cue up the video so that you guys can hear part of the interview of Tami on the reel. Tami's one of my favorite reality stars. I've loved her since the beginning. Let's go.
Okay, let's talk about something that surprisingly many people struggle with: body dysmorphic disorder. Now, the Mayo Clinic describes it as an illness that causes a person to obsess about their looks and perceive flaws. A study published in the National Institutes of Health states that body dysmorphia cases are on the rise, and there is a clear correlation between the increase in the effects of social media. Ladies, have you ever found yourself being overly critical when it comes to your physical appearance, even when your loved ones tell you there's nothing wrong with how you look?
That's how I feel. Well, for me, it's very close to home, and it's something that I don't talk about often. So this is like the first time, because I feel comfortable enough to talk with you ladies about it. But I suffer from body dysmorphia disorder, and I've been dealing with it since I was 13 years old.
What?
And so a lot of people don't know it's either hereditary or genetic, or comes from a negative experience where your self-image has been annihilated. And for me, when I was 13 years old, I wanted to be a model. You know, we're from New York. I was tall, I was 5'9", I was thin. And I went to this agency and walked in, and that lady ripped me to shreds. I thought I was perfect, 5'9", less than 120 pounds. Assuredly, they're going to sign me. And she literally stood me in front of a mirror and said, "You've got back folds, you've got fat over your knees, you know, you need to do something with your chin, your breasts are sagging." And I went home that night, and from that moment, every time I looked at myself in the mirror, I could find something wrong with myself. And I didn't know what it was. I didn't know how to deal with it. I just knew, well, I've got to get skinnier. I've got to make myself smaller. I want to be a model. And so I started abusing laxatives. I started not eating. I started throwing up. I started doing everything that I could think of to do to be as skinny as I could possibly be, being obsessive about my weight loss. People don't realize that's why I got my mouth wired in 1993 to be skinny when I was already skinny.
Right.
And so now today at 50 years old, I've been diagnosed with type 2 diabetes. And so my weight fluctuates with that. And you couple that with the disorder. And it's a hard thing to manage. And people don't understand what it is to be a person with this disorder, particularly dealing with the weight issues, because they leave negative comments or what they feel are negative comments. But for me, my mind has such a warped sense of perception. It's a compliment. Tami, you look too frail. Tami, you look like a bobblehead. Tami, you look skinny. In my mind, that goes, well, I'm on the right track. I'm getting skinny. And then I don't know when to stop.
So you're not, let me be clear, you're not hurt by the comments. You're more like, your
I'm
brain.
like, you think I'm a bobblehead? My legs are, I look frail. It's so warped that what you guys feel I look like or what you see is not what I see.
What do you see?
I like being skinny. If I could lose 10 more pounds, 20 more pounds, to me, it would be perfect.
Yeah.
Am I sick? No, I'm not in terms of my health sick. Am I mentally not okay? Yes, I've been diagnosed with body dysmorphic disorder.
Okay.
That is a mental disorder that is not curable. It takes a lot for me to get up every single day and go, Tami, you look great. Tami, you're pretty. Tami, you're beautiful. Tami, you don't need to lose any more weight. Tami, you don't need to do anything. It takes a lot for me to do that.
Are you getting some professional help, Tami?
I was diagnosed in 2008. I had to go to therapy, and anybody that has this disorder has to go to behavioral therapy because they have to unlearn things that they've been channeling within their mind and convincing themselves of however long they've been dealing with the disease, with the disorder. And for me, that's what I had to go through. I had to stop. This is a lot of my business. This is TMI.
No, but it's so real. And I want you to know that whether or not a woman has been diagnosed, we all can relate to some level. We've all picked ourselves apart in some way, shape, or form. There are things that we hate about ourselves that other people may think are beautiful, and vice versa. There's things that we're like, no, I like this, and somebody's like, that's not good for you, or what's happening here. So what can we do to empower people and other women who are going through something like this?
Amen.
First off, anybody that's dealing with this disorder, I would say you have to go to therapy. This is not something that you should try to tackle alone because you really have to be willing to unlearn things that you've convinced yourself of. And that you need a specialist, a person that specializes in treating people with this disorder. Your family needs to be a support system. People on social media, like it's so prevalent now, and people just feel like they could say anything they want to say. You don't know what a person is dealing with, and technically it's body shaming on the other end of the spectrum.
Yes.
You know what I mean? When I put up a picture and you go, you're so skinny, I hope you're not sick, I'm praying for you. Don't pray for me for something you don't understand.
Yes.
Don't pray. I don't know what the intent behind your prayers. Please don't, because you don't know what I'm dealing with. My family is my support system. My true friends are my support system. My physician is my support system. And it is a battle that I am trying desperately to learn how to manage.
Okay. So I saw a comment where, somebody spoke specifically about women. It's not just women, it's men too. Like, you can be one of these people who loves the gym so much that you don't realize that you're really wasting away. And men are becoming more open about discussing their eating disorders. I can tell you that when I worked in Iraq, I started working out with some Marines. I was not a soldier. I worked for the government. I dropped down to about 150 pounds, maybe 152. And I didn't realize it until I came home on my one break for that year, and my niece could pick me up. My niece could physically pick me up. I should have had this picture queued up. I will share it in my community tab. All I did was like eat protein and work out every day, a couple hours a day. And the more positive reinforcement I got on social media, the more it like pushed me. And my family had to say, what are you doing? After I came back, I sought the help of a nutritionist and stuff like that. And my weight fluctuates now. I told you guys when I started doing YouTube, one of my issues was I didn't necessarily like the way I look on camera. And I would go on people's channels and stuff and other panels, and people would talk about the way I look in a negative way. They talk about the way I dress and everything else. And it just kind of, those ideals that were already in my head, it just brought them to the forefront. And that's on a very small scale. So I can only imagine what the Rihannas and the Tami Romans and the Nicki Minaj's go through when they gain just a little bit of weight and people just like tear them to shreds. So I dropped the link, guys. Anybody's welcome to come up. I know all these women are beloved. If you want to talk about them, you can. I'm not staying up here forever though. I'm not gonna stay up here forever. But let's see. Yeah, I'll definitely share one of the pictures because I didn't know. I mean, people were just saying, okay, oh, okay, you dropped weight, or oh, okay, I can see that you're, putting on some muscle, and it just kind of like it snowballs from that point. And I'm not even on television. Let's go back to the interview a little bit. Definitely hit the like button, guys. It helps my channel a lot. Can one of my mods tell me where we are? My boyfriend is really skinny and he has a hard time gaining weight and is very self-conscious about how he looks. So yeah, men do struggle with weight as well. Exactly, Quinn. It's not a man-woman thing, it's a people thing. Let's see. Wendy Williams should have put the camera on her feet instead of holding her foot up. I don't think she should have showed her feet at all. I think that was a misstep, and I think her manager is doing her a disservice. We need to create a space that allows men to express their body image issues. True, I fully agree with that. Yes, Lordy, the men go through it too. Yeah, I see Escrow Marty is always in the gym. I've seen this interview. Thanks for covering this. Y'all, this is y'all's channel. Let's see, 131 likes. We got like about 300 people in the chat. Please hit the like button, guys. It's a free way to support my channel. And I need the support. We got to make this work. This is y'all's channel. Let me tell you, these interviews do not come easy. And I still been working on the interview with Anthony. What's up, Lisa?
Hey, darling. And happy Sunday, darling.
Happy early 4th of July to you too, Lisa. Hey, grateful one.
Yes. Yes, this is what I want to say. You know what I'm saying? This is so sad, especially coming to Wendy Williams. Like I said, her manager need to be fired. Somebody need to go to court and get a conservatorship over her. Over her. I don't know what her son is doing. I don't know what her sister's doing. They said her sister supposed to be a big time lawyer. I'm just saying, in my family, if I know I was going through something like that, my family would have to take over. And I would want them to. You know what I'm saying? To see how because she make herself look crazy out there. Just saying,
I'll make them.
My family will have to take over. And I would want them to. You know what I'm saying?
So to be honest with you, her son is very, very young. And we can't point too much. Hold on. So there's an echo. I don't know. Okay, so Grateful One, you muted yourself. Mace, can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you.
Can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you.
Yeah, I can hear you. I just unmuted.
Grateful One, you muted yourself.
There's an echo coming from somewhere.
Yeah. I can hear you.
Yes, we can hear you.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
There's definitely echo. I can't tell who.
Grateful one, you muted.
Let's see. Okay, guys. So somewhere there's an echo. So make sure that if you're listening to it and you're on the panel, turn off anywhere else that the video is playing, because I can hear an echo for sure. I'm gonna unmute. Oh, Grateful One dropped down. Mace, unmute yourself, please. You muted yourself.
Yeah, I muted myself because of the echo. I didn't know if it was me. How you doing?
I'm good. Okay, what did you want to talk about? Grateful One, definitely call back in. We can work out. This is y'all's channel. We can work it out.
I feel so sad for Wendy because like I looked up to Wendy. Wendy was like my idol. Like,
I can hear you. Yes, we can hear you.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
I think it might be you, Mace, because this is muted. I think you might be echoing. Okay, guys. So somewhere there's an echo. So make sure that if you're listening on the panel, turn off. Yeah, I don't have anything. I can hear an echo. I'm gonna unmute. Mace, try to call back in. Mace, unmute yourself.
I'm unmuted.
You muted yourself.
I'm unmuted. You can hear me? Yeah,
I can hear
myself. I didn't know if it was me. How you doing?
I'm gonna Mace call back in. Okay, what do you want to talk about? Grateful One, definitely call back in. We can work out. Okay, guys. So we're having a few technical difficulties. Mace, I can definitely hear you, but there's an echo. So something's going on. Do you have me open anywhere else? Oh, they're saying sounds great to me. Hold on. Okay.
Hello. Can you hear me now?
Yes. Colby, okay. How's it going? I saw some of your comments.
Can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Yeah, we can hear you good.
Okay, well, I just called because I want to speak on this Kim and Nicki thing. I think people are so used to hating on Kim, and when people looked around, Nicki wasn't snatched like she usually is. So they're embarrassed. They're used to humiliating Kim, which I don't like. And they got caught. Nicki's belly was hanging. Those are just facts. So it is what it is. Now, regarding Wendy, I mean, I feel like at the end of the day,
hold
I feel bad for her.
Hold on. Can you hear me? So,
yeah.
Yes, Colby brought up a very good point. There is been times where Nicki has talked about people's looks, including Kim, including Remy Ma, other people's plastic surgeries. So for some people, the thought is, why is she above reproach? She's done it to people, so why can't people do it to her? Is that kind of where you're going with that?
Exactly.
I'm a fair channel. I'm against body shaming, but I definitely understand what you're saying. It's kind of similar to what we were saying about Wendy Williams a little bit earlier, where it feels like Wendy has said and done a lot of things, and some people feel like she's getting her comeuppance. I don't personally feel that way, but that is what has been said.
Right. And I sympathize with Wendy, but I do think she took some bad advice. I mean, her support system was Kevin. Kevin was raising that foot. I mean, not many men can do that. And now she's by herself. You know, they was like, "Oh, go girl." They were trying to
Colby,
punish
you see
Kevin.
this? Lisa, you see this?
Hey, S.
This dude is at the gym right now.
I know.
How you doing?
I'm doing all right. I said Mims read me for shit.
I wasn't reading you. Please continue, Colby. Please continue.
I'm just saying they were trying to punish Kevin, you know, for doing what he done. And I felt like they have a complicated relationship, 20 years.
I know. She can have one. Do you know the past? I'm sorry. Let me put myself on mute. My fault. Hold on.
Okay.
Let me put myself on mute.
What were you saying, Colby? Colby, I'm sorry. You got it. What is going on today on this live? Colby, what were you saying?
Colby.
Oh, wait. It says YouTube turned off. Is something going on with YouTube too?
Are you live? Are you live? Can you hear me?
think I'm. It shows that I'm live. I can hear you. Can you
I
hear
don't want to
me?
get on YouTube because I don't want to echo. Somebody check YouTube.
I'm fine.
Put a
Lisa,
one
I
in the
think
chat if Mims is live.
no, Chromati, I'm live. I can see it.
Or the comments go. Okay. Okay. Cool. All right. Cool.
Yeah.
I see 1-1.
Question. Off topic. I can't join your membership on my iPhone or iPad. Can you or Ahmad drop a membership link? I'm not gonna lie. Oh, everybody's saying they can hear you. So, what's your thoughts on Wendy and Tami?
Okay, Wendy.
Saying they can hear you.
Lord have mercy.
So,
She looks
what's your
terrible.
thoughts on Mace? You're echoing again.
Mills, I'm gonna drop out for a minute and then I'm
Okay.
gonna come back in. I gotta get my network back whack, okay?
Okay. All right.
Okay then.
See you in a
Bye bye.
minute.
It ain't gonna take me no more than a minute.
Colby, can you still hear us? Colby? So Colby's here.
All right.
Keep on, Marty. Keep on.
Well, Wendy, she needs to cut the foot, get on bed rest, and just
Did
simmer
you say
down.
cut the foot?
Did you see the foot?
The woman has lymphedema. She can't help how her foot looks.
Well, I mean,
Or you mean don't show it? Is that what
no,
you're trying to?
no,
Please tell
no,
me
no.
you mean don't show it.
No, I mean she needs to get like amputated. That's what I would do if my foot. You see the way it was looking like little smokies, her toes. So I would just if she's in pain, and if that's an option, because I feel like that probably would be an option, like with diabetes or something. I would do that. Give me a little.
You cannot. No, she does not need to amputate her foot. She just needs to have people. She needs people to understand the fact that her foot is like that, and if she's stumbling walking, that she's just gonna have to stumble and walk. You amputate your foot as a last resort, and she's not on her last resort, Cromartie.
Oh, she was looking like it.
No, the woman.
Yeah. But we love Wendy. Okay.
We do. I mean, not everybody loves Wendy. We talked about that. It is what it is. But I do think that we need to have some form of compassion because I feel like the woman is in a cognitive decline. Did you listen to the interview?
Yeah, it was the way she would switch to, oh, look at my nice apartment. I'm like, Wendy, what's going on?
It was sad.
Now Tami, I feel what Tami is saying because I can kind of get on that, like on a personal level.
Mm-hmm.
Because like when I was in college or whatever, like the freshman 15, that hit me like a freshman 84. And so I was pretty big and it was noticeable. And then it kind of got to my head. So then I started going to the gym or whatever.
Somebody said in 2022 she's not Kunta Kinte. Exactly. Y'all don't listen to Chrome. Don't listen to Chrome.
Look, okay, I'm just gagging. That okay. I'm just gagging. She don't even have to cut the foot. I just thought that was a cool hashtag, cut the foot, Wendy. But
so you're saying that now? I mean, because you clearly are very toned now. Are you saying that that's as a result of some of the struggles you had when you gained your weight?
Well, now that was, and then I got skinny, so I stopped going to the gym. Well, what happened now, like in April, and this is gonna sound stupid, I totally forgot I had a gym membership, and I just got one last year or whatever, and I never went to the gym last year, and then so like around April, my I was like, why? Who took 80-something bucks out of my account? I was like, oh, I got a gym membership. Let me go use it. Started going to the gym. Started noticing like I was getting real toned or whatever. So I was like, okay, this shit pretty cool. And that's why I've started like into fitness now. I kind of want to fight somebody. But Gabor Mims, if y'all want to have a boxing match, we can go.
You don't want this.
Oh, please. I got sweat all up in my eye right now too. But
yeah, you so definitely don't. You definitely don't want this. I fight. And if I can't get to you, I'll get your license plate. It's over when I say it's over. I would be the wrong person to fight with y'all, and that's not even.
So you fight and then you go Karen.
No,
you fight and then you
the
go
license
Karen.
plate means that you can find the person. You figure I would be the wrong one to fight with. So Kobe, you were saying before you got interrupted. Please continue.
No, I was just saying that I feel bad for Wendy because she took bad advice from her fans leaving Kevin. I know he wasn't the best guy, but he knew everything about her. He knew her illnesses. He knew how to deal with her issues, her problem. A fresh man can't deal with all of that. Wendy has a career. She's an icon. She hasn't had an addiction problem, and she's sick. He knew how to handle all of that. And if he was so bad as people claim, why does she have all of her money? Usually the con men take the money and go. Sharina
He
was
took
just
10
he had.
million. He took
I
10
mean, well,
million.
I'm just saying that she had all those millions. He didn't take her money and go. He stayed until he got put out. So I personally feel like he had to do something. I mean, she was had an addiction problem for 20 years. You think a man's not going to have a little something on the side? And she's sick and she's an icon. He had to have a little something for herself on the side. She wasn't a threat to Wendy. She stayed in her place. She has not done one interview yet. And Wendy forced her to leave her support system. Now she has no job, no man, and Kevin was sitting there. He had to look at that foot, and he was hanging in there. Let's keep it real. And I'm not trying to diss Wendy because I truly feel bad for her. But the support system that she had, someone on her arm, on her shoulder that supported her and that's been with her for 20 years, and then people act like, oh, well, he cheated. Well, I'm just saying, look what he had to go through as a man. Like, look at all there is to deal with Wendy. And
Absolutely disagree. Absolutely disagree.
I'm just saying.
Kevin was the one on the come up. Wendy Williams was the star. Wendy Williams was the money. Everything that he got and everything that his life amounted to was because of Wendy Williams, not the other way around. If all he had to do was keep it in his pants and help this woman along, then that's what he should have done.
But we're acting like she never cheated in 20 years. I've been around. I've had people that I know that have been addicts, and no addict that I know have been faithful for 20 years. I don't know.
The only thing that we know that she did was she gave Method Man a bath, and that was before Kevin. That's the only thing we know about this woman.
I'm just saying, a 20 years. Okay, I'm just being realistic. She was a very attractive woman for a very long time. She's very powerful. I'm sure she had her pick of men. You think she was loyal to Kevin, a basic dude like that? She done what she done, and she bragged on her conquest. She was
loyal to Kevin.
She bragged on. I'm just saying she had to. I mean, addictions and loyalty don't go together. If someone's been an addict for 20 years, they've messed around a little. Let's just keep it real. So, so I'm just saying, like, let's just not look like Kevin is all evil. I'm not saying that he wasn't the star. She was the star, but. I'm just saying that there's big time men that their wives supported them and stayed in the back lane and created them. And when they divorced, they got their money, they got everything. But they wanted Kevin to have nothing. They wanted to punish Kevin. They didn't punish Kevin. Kevin has him a 30-something-year-old woman, a new baby, and he's living fine. He can go get him a job now and still live his life and be fine. Who's suffering now is Wendy, because she listened to people that told her to leave what she had. Kevin was broke down, but he was hers. Now she has nothing. You mean to tell me she's better off now?
I don't think that she was better off with Kevin spending her money buying Sharina, who looks, let's just say,
paying her rent.
Well, we're not talking about Sharina's looks. He should have never bought that woman $1 million home, put her up in a Bentley truck, Ferrari car, all of Wendy's money. You mean to tell me that he could not have kept it in his pants? And we don't know. Wendy never said she was a sex addict. She admitted to a little bit of crack and drugs like that. Every drug addict is not a sex addict, Colby.
I didn't say addict. I'm just saying at some point, I mean, if you're out of your mind and you're under the influence of a drug, you're not making the wisest decisions. So when you're dealing with seedy characters who deal drugs and you're a female, it's most likely at some point, somebody gonna want to hit that. I'm just saying, just on name reference alone, bro, I just served Wendy and hit that. Just on name recognition alone. So I know she got hit. I know brothers. I know that. I'm from LA. I know
Kevin was her allegedly. Kevin was her supplier. She never had to deal with that on her own. She was rich enough. She was rich enough to get it through her man, and she never had to touch that. You never heard of Wendy going to jail because she was caught with that. Wendy, I do not believe that, Colby. I don't.
I still think she got hit at some point, just based on the way she looked. Look at all, just based based on where she worked, dude. If you mess with a female that works at a car lot or anywhere where there's men coming through with money, bro, she worked at a radio station. She met with ballers, bosses, just being a young female, and she looked good back in the day. There's no way she was all those successful black men, and she stayed low to Kevin, and she got way more money than him. You mean to tell me that? All right. So Kevin got to go put it
Oh
down like
God,
that, where he
these
come
comments.
on,
Kevin is
please.
trash, and Kevin never would have had a career without
And
her.
that's
It's
why I
kind
know
of
she sampled.
Not Kevin Samuel's cousins.
okay. We got
Oh,
Cardi B. We got Lovable Leak.
hey, let me just say, I was weak. Now he had to look at her feet.
Yeah, I'm just saying
Let
he
me.
was
Okay, I
raising that
thought you were
foot.
coming on serious. Let me thank my super chat. Thank you so much, Fifi. She says, "I'm thick in the waist and cute in the face. Mims, you're scaring me. License plate. Why? What did I do? Oh, that's I'm a thinker. You get into a club fight and they want to usher. Well, that's a story time. Maybe I'll tell with my members. We won't say this on the regular channel, but Fifi's a member, and we will definitely talk about that particular club fight. Also, somebody asked how to join a membership if you can't do it on your phone or your laptop. I honestly don't know. If anybody is a mod in my chat and you can drop the link to my membership, it'd be great. I just started it last week. I don't know how it works, but there's a lot of perks that come to being a member, and I'm gonna be doing giveaways really soon. Kadi, do you know how to drop a link to the membership?
Yeah, I got you.
Okay, so what were you saying, Kadi?
Oh, look, I can't do both. Okay. I didn't really want to talk about Wendy. I wanted to talk about the Tami and the body shaming type. I was out, so I missed the whole what happened with Rihanna and Nicki. But I think I know they had a baby, and now people talking about they weight, which is hard.
Disgusting.
Yeah, like I don't understand. I shoved the whole human out of my body. Oh my gosh, I put on some weight. Like I don't understand that. But I mean, let's not act like people don't talk about people. Haven't talked about people before social media. It is what it is. Recently, y'all, like to coin the whole body shaming, but people been talking about people since forever. On the street, behind their back, secretly, in church, everywhere they talk about you. So it's up to you to decide whether you're going to internalize that or not. I mean, if they talk about you when you big, tell them to kiss your big ass. They talk about you when you skinny, tell them to kiss your skinny ass.
Yes.
Yeah. I mean, look, I can't say that I haven't dealt with it on YouTube, and I've only been on YouTube for less than a year, and people have talked about me. People have talked about when my weight fluctuates. People have, I'm just saying on that scale, how do we combat it? Because in kitchen table talk, we might say shit to each other that we wouldn't say online, but now anybody can be a faceless profile and say whatever they want. So how does it get combated, or is there not even a way to combat it in present day?
Well, I mean, that's true. I mean, I've gotten comments typically behind my back, not really towards my face. I mean, it is what I don't, you know how I did. I don't give a flying crap how you feel about me. You're not going to roll up on me. So your opinion is irrelevant to me. That's how I get down. Oh, you don't like Kadi? Okay, then that means you won't be speaking to me anymore. Cool. I ain't got to deal with you.
Amen, sister.
Not they talked about Jesus. That's true.
Well, yeah.
Because I've been through the same thing, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I always get comments on my weight, you know what I'm saying? It took me a long time to me jump in my skin because I've been fat ever since I was a little bitty kid. So, and it just went on through the high school years and stuff and everything. But I think I'm more comfortable in my skin now than I ever is because I think I'm how mature I got with age. You just got to tell people to kiss your fat ass and kiss your skinny ass and get on with life. The people gonna say something regardless. And I'm just saying, I don't know why would y'all shame these people anyway. I mean, these girls just had babies. They just had babies, and ain't nobody taking no diet pills and going to take well the commodity stuff and all the other stuff celebrities do kind of get they trying to get their weight down so they can
Oh,
be.
Lisa, that is a good
I have a
point.
comment.
I'm so glad Lisa had pointed
Right.
out this. Give me 2 seconds.
Just
Lisa
cardio.
makes a very, very good point because Tami, prior to acknowledging her body dysmorphia and her diabetes, she was hawking weight loss pills. She was doing photo shoots talking about her new bikini body. And
Yeah,
now that we have a full understanding of what she's going through, the fact that she had to do this is even more disconcerting. It's heartbreaking to know that she was struggling with body dysmorphia at this age. Nobody knew. And then in order to make money, she's having to put on a bikini to hawk a diet pill. It's really disgusting. Continue on, Lisa. I'm glad you brought
She's
that
a
up.
beautiful woman.
She
Tammy
is
is a
beautiful.
beautiful woman. Even when she was on the when she was on that California Real World back in the day, she was still beautiful then. And when she joined Best of Her Life, she was beautiful. So she's a beautiful woman. So I don't know what nobody's talking about.
I'm not gonna lie, her wig was a little bit off. And she did come on with that, and she did come off with that fanny pack.
I'm smelling like Newports.
I'm playing with you, Lisa. Lisa was about to cut me. I'm playing with you, Lisa.
What you talking about?
I was talking about Tammy's first season. They made a joke because she had a busted wig and a fanny pack.
Oh, okay, yeah. Yeah, but golly, she had a busted wig and now she's still a beautiful woman. And that's sometimes my people just don't know. Child, please go sit down somewhere. I mean, y'all need. I'm gonna tell y'all, and I'm gonna tell y'all for me. For me and Riri and Tammy, y'all kiss our asses, okay? Because we ain't got time for y'all bull, okay?
Callie, where you at with it? We talked about Tammy, we talked about Nicki, we talked about Wendy, we talked about Rihanna. Did you hear any of it?
So the weight thing,
Mm-hmm.
because I live in LA, I kind of get it and I understand the reality of how skinny they want these women to be. I think that we started watching these reality shows and we started looking at women who are not actresses and thinking that their body type was acceptable for an actress or an entertainer, and it's not. They can say whatever they want to about, I'm sorry, I was exercising, so I'm a little out of breath. They can say whatever they want to.
Everybody's at the gym.
Yeah, this is gym time on Sunday.
Okay.
Get up late. But they can say whatever they want to as a PR smokescreen because they don't want to feel like they're promoting eating disorders. But even Jennifer Lawrence, a lot of people have come out, even Brandy back in the day. They want you to be skinny. It's just like Devil Wears Prada, where they made fun of her for being a size 6. They really do that here. It's not a joke. People, if you get bigger than a size 6, people start looking at you funny. And and I just work around it. I work in tech.
That's true. Am I still echoing?
Yeah.
No, you're fine.
I don't even work anywhere in the entertainment industry anymore at all. But even when I was just working in the banking financial side, I'm telling you, it is an expectation for you to be thin, not thick, not a size 12 with your waist sucked out, and all of these things that we're seeing on reality shows that are filmed in Atlanta, by the way, most of them. They're not here. They expect you to be like a size 4, if not smaller.
Exactly.
Well, I've been on both sides.
I'm sorry, really quick. That's a good point because they used to call Candy Yams because she was the only one that actually ate, and the rest of them was getting the fat sucked out of them consistently every season. Nene, Kim Zolciak, all of them were getting this work done. But Candy, the real one who ate Chick-fil-A and everything else, got called fat and Candy Yams. And hold on really quick.
Candy has had a lot of fat transfers.
1 second. I interrupted Mace. Stop, Callie. Don't talk about that. Candy's a national treasure. How dare you say she had a fat transfer?
Oh, no, she said it. No, I love Candy.
I recently had.
But she said it herself that she has had more than one fat transfer.
Okay, I'm playing with you. Please
Yeah.
continue, Mace. I'm playing with you.
I've been on both sides of the spectrum. I used to weigh, I was like 300 and some pounds, 4 years ago. And I had weight loss surgery. So it's like hard being big because you're getting called fat. You're too fat for this. You're busting out your clothes. And nobody wants to be fat. Like I'm telling you, because I was fat. And it wasn't cool when your shirt is busting open, you can't button stuff. Like I've been shopping as in adult clothes since I was in third grade.
Me too.
I always bought adult clothes. So it was very mentally draining for me because the parents don't realize what they do to their children. Because my grandmother raised me, and as like shopping for clothes and stuff as I was young, oh my God, you're busting out of this. I can't buy you nothing, such and such. So you have this mental complex. But you grow up like, oh my God, I'm too big, I'm too big, I'm too big, I'm too big. But then you eat for comfort. So I was just eating and cooking, eating everything, just getting wide and all outside. But my knees eventually started to give out. So I had to have weight loss surgery, which I'm glad I did. But then when I started to lose the weight, you're getting called too skinny. Oh my God, what's wrong? Are you on crack? Are you okay? Are you?
Do you have diabetes?
I was pre-diabetic before.
I'm saying that's what they say. When you get skinny, they ask, do you have diabetes or you on crack? Why are you?
Yeah, I was pre-diabetic when I was overweight, and then that went away. But it's like either way, like you said, kiss my fat ass, skinny ass. So what? Yeah. Because you can't satisfy anybody, and it shouldn't be body shaming if you're telling people the truth. You fat, you're fat. You're skinny, you're skinny. It's just
that's how I feel.
What it is. It is what it is because I lost the weight and I still got called skinny. I got people calling, are you okay? And that's more, because even if I'm smaller, I look in the mirror and I'm used to being big. I still buy extra large clothes sometimes because I think I'm still big. It's like a mental complex. I look in the mirror, I don't see what other people see. I see myself as still big. And it's a mental complex. Like Tami may have. It's like I still see myself as a big girl. I go and buy jeans like a size 8, a size 10, and I put them on and I'm swimming and I'm like, why I can't fit them? And then my husband like, well, you're like a size 2, So this is like a mental complex. We don't know, like as parents, what we do to our children when you grow up. Like, and a lot of times it's a lot.
So, yeah, it does be like that. It does be like that. And I'm gonna tell you, over the years, my weight have fluctuated until I think like in 2013. Well, no, it was before that. It was like 2009 probably, because I had started working out. I had started going to the gym, and I had lost over close to my 70 pounds.
Wow.
Because I was at 398, and I had lost a lot of weight. And then I see my weight coming back. Then I had started going back to the gym in 2020, trying to get the weight down. I haven't been back to the gym since then because of COVID. Because I'm so scared, people because I used to listen to a voice said people just leave sweat all over the place and they don't clean up after themselves.
Lisa, now I carry my wipes with me.
Well,
that's
what you can wipe yourself down, you can wipe everything down, but at the time they didn't know really how to catch on to this stuff.
Right.
And I told myself, give me like a month and I'm gonna start going, because I used to go to the pool. I used to go to the pool, and I'm gonna tell you something. I used to work out like several years ago. I'm tell you, I could not barely walk on the treadmill. I had to work myself and with good exercise and dieting and stuff. And like I am now, because I'm pre-diabetes now, and for a long time I had cut all my the liquor out. I drunk last night. I did. We went to a party. I drunk last night. I got to,
probably that's where mine came from. I used to bartend, so I was drinking water.
So what I'm saying. So, and I have lost some weight. I lost 23 pounds because I'm getting the weight down because I want to get it down, not because somebody else wants me to get it down. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Empower yourself, Lisa. Definitely empower yourself, but don't feel embarrassed to go.
I'm at a certain age now, and so I know for me to keep all this, because I got high blood pressure now, and all this other stuff coming on health wise is because of my weight.
Right, because I'm 44. I'm 44 years old. So me having the weight loss surgery like later in life.
44.
Girl, you look good.
I thank you. Everybody thinks I'm a child. I'm older than like I can tell Nola. Like Nola, like Maxie, you don't know. I'm older. I got you by 10 years. No, I'm older than you.
Black
No,
Shirley
I'm
don't
42.
crack.
I'm
Wow,
1978, baby. I'm a 70s baby.
Wow.
I've been
What's your
around for
skincare
I'm
decades.
not
regimen?
gonna tell you my age. Y'all
I've been
gonna
around
have
for
to
decades.
All
I'm
the smoke.
up
What
there.
did you
I'm
have?
up there like that.
See that good black don't crack.
I don't
All the
tell my
smoke. Sorry.
age.
He just got on. What did you have to say? We talked about Tami, Wendy, Rihanna, Nicki. Where you at on any of those topics?
I mean, I feel bad for Tammy because I actually just finished watching the Real World Homecoming like a couple of days ago, her season, and I was like, this explains a lot of why she is the way she is, but also why her weight has kind of gone up and down over the years. Because even I won't lie, I like thick Tammy. I like her when she was first on Basketball Wives, but she didn't, appreciate that for herself. So it's like I get it. That's a personal journey that she has to sort out. Yeah, like I feel like she still looks beautiful here with. I mean, I don't want to say with weight, but she just looks like good, like just normal. But I guess she hasn't figured it out. This is where I get scared for her. Yeah, the difference.
You guys, I'm gonna be honest. I think Tammy knows that she's this small, but I think that in her mind, this is attractive because she's from that era, especially when we were younger.
In
they
the
really
90s.
wanted you to be skinny.
Yeah.
And Tammy's older
She
than
talked
me,
about it on her
so
interview.
she really was in that era.
She talked about it in depth on her interview.
And-
So as it
Oh,
keep
go ahead.
going. No. Continue.
Yeah. So with Tammy, with Wendy, I mean, I one part of me, I feel bad for her.
Hold
like,
on, you're moving on to Wendy. I thought you okay. So really quick, because you brought up a really good point. Before I forget, all the smoke.
Yeah.
Now that we know that Tammy had body dysmorphia at the
Mhm.
time that she was filming the original Real World, now that we know that when that man pulled off her cover and was
Yeah.
about to expose her body that she felt self-conscious about, can we give her a little bit of a break as to why she got so angry?
I
Oh,
can.
she always got a pass with me with that. She had
Yeah.
every right to be mad.
Yeah.
But I
I was
mean,
never upset
couple
about
that.
it.
Well, we couple. Hold on one second, Lisa. Couple what she went through with somebody pulling cameras off, because back in '93 it really wasn't acceptable. Now you can sew cooch, right? Now everybody has an OnlyFans. All those things are okay, but
If you want to do it.
if you want to do it. But in '93, showing your body was not okay. And
Yeah.
also now showing your body, knowing that she had body dysmorphia, knowing that she was anorexic and bulimic per her own admission,
Yeah.
can we say that all those things played a role in why she was so upset with David?
Yes. 100% agree. And like especially when she framed like, because I didn't watch the original Real World, but I didn't know that she was taking laxatives and she was like throwing up the way she describes. So I was looking like, now that makes sense. It gives a fuller perspective on why she kind of reacted the way she did. And like even when she explained it, why she was laughing, like she was embarrassed and she didn't want that to be on TV. And it's like, I get what happened with David, like that was also misfortune, but she kind of told him no, and he kept like egging it on, so he should have just left her alone.
Okay, so yeah, you moved on to Wendy. I'm sorry, but you had a good point, so we had to talk about it.
No,
Continue.
okay. Wendy, so this one's tough because I half feel bad for her because I know like she lost, and not only because Kevin had a mistress and he had a baby, but also she lost her mom at the same time. So for her health reasons, I feel bad that she's going through this, but I can't help but just play back in my mind all the things she has said about other celebs who were going through it and they were in the dumps, and how she just like decimated and trashed them all the sake for entertainment. So I feel bad, but also at the same time, I feel like karma's a bitch.
Yeah, it is.
We talked about that. I mean, there are a subset of people who feel like Wendy's getting what she deserved because of what she put people through, especially when she was on the radio. If you never watched Wendy when she was on the radio, as opposed to when she had her own TV show, it's polar opposites. It's night and day. Wendy had no filter, no concern for other people's relationships, their life.
Their
It was
health.
no concern for any of that. I mean, and I think probably one of the worst things that she did was expose that Method Man, who she had given that bath to. His wife had cancer, and that was not anything that they wanted out in the public. So Wendy has done some stuff, but me personally, I still don't wish what she's going through and her cognitive decline on anybody.
Right.
What's up, Cromartie? You're on mute.
Stuff like that on nobody.
You're on mute.
I don't think words should equal, like when people say that's her karma, I don't think her saying some gagful words should equal her being, mentally and you know what I'm saying? I don't see the balance. I know what people say it's our karma or whatever.
Yeah.
It just not equaling it out. It don't balance to me. Words are words. I get words can harm people, but that doesn't mean just because Wendy said something bad about a celebrity, she deserves what she's getting right now. That's kind of.
But there's a difference. Like you could, like in her line of business, yes, gossip is a thing that we all want to know. I get it. There's a way where you can still do it, but still not have to, like, I guess, get in the gutter with people and like almost try to like destroy them. Which
do you think something was done to Wendy? Because do you think Serena gave her a bad vegan pancake? Or
I'm not above gossiping.
I'm saying
not
because
above gossiping at all.
I'm saying because like this is giving me something like Rudy or Tootie because for it to all happen so fast, like everything is like. It's like she break up with Kevin. Like I think she knew about Serena. I think she was paying for Serena. She knew about Serena. Everything that because she was able to control it. As long as she was able to control it, it was okay. But now you went and got the hoe pregnant. So now and you embarrassed me after I let you have a hoe. You understand? Yeah. Now you gotta go. You know what I'm saying? So this is I'm just saying my opinion. If it was me, this is how I feel because if I was Wendy and my husband was creeping. And I knew you was with this girl for 10 years. You ain't going to stop being with her, but you're my protector. I talk about people. People don't want to mess with Big Kev. Kelvin's going to come put it in. So I know you're my protector. So I'm going to let you have your hoe. I'm going to let you have her. I'm going to pay for her. But you better not do what I don't want you to do with her. That's to get her pregnant and embarrass me because I embarrass people all day. So you will not embarrass me. But I think she really slipped her a bad pancake. Or, Kelvin came in with them vegan pancakes and was like, eat this, Wendy. And Wendy ate it and then her foot fell off. I think that's what happened.
Y'all hashtag cut the foot. I'm telling you.
I'm telling you, that foot gotta go. I agree with you. That foot must go. That foot is gray. It's 5% of feeling. Cut it off, Wendy, and start over.
Start it over.
Cut it off. Get you a skate.
A good metal leg so you can walk.
Put your nub in the skate. Put your nub in the skate and just skate on to that purple chair. No, serious. She's gonna need to cut that off and just shove it in a skate. And just skate on to that purple chair because we're gonna need.
Where is your scooter, Wendy?
Where is your scooter?
Where is your skate? That's where is your skate because. That's what gotta go.
Hilarious.
But her friends said, in the documentary on Lifetime, her friends said, well then she can deal with a cheating man.
Not getting green.
She can't deal with no baby. And
right. This is what I would put up because I would put up with you cheating. But you're not gonna bring me no baby. You're not gonna bring me the embarrassment.
That's something like that too. You can have that woman on the side, okay? You can have that woman on the side, okay? I don't know nothing about her. She don't say nothing.
No, but I want to know about her because I want to have control over it. I'm going to control where you go. Like this girl said, she was on vacation with them every time Wendy went on vacation. She was on vacation. She was there with the son when the son was over there in the other country getting healed.
Wendy does not need to cut her foot up. Y'all stop that.
That foot needs to go. Mims, it's 5% of feeling. No, medically, it needs to go. Medically. No, because I work in the medical field. And if you have 5% of your feet feeling in your foot and your foot is gray, your foot is light gray, it got to go.
It's dead already.
She holding on to that foot to no avail. Like, what are you holding on to that foot for?
Is Wendy diabetic as well? Do we know she's diabetic as well?
Hey, Robin.
I've never
heard her foot was gray because of her hosiery. Wendy stay wearing pantyhose. But you know what? I'm gonna say something that I too have been watching Wendy since she came on the air in New York City in the 80s. And I have found that I had to take Wendy in doses because she's always the hater persona was really like grating for me.
Same, yeah.
I always look at her how she has transformed that "how you doing" phrase into a greeting, when those of us who listened to her on the radio knew that it was more of a slur. She used it to out
She was
people.
outing people.
Right.
Exactly.
She remember she was like, Puffy's "how you doing." I mean, she had a slew of people. And I think that, I'm really sorry that she's having her health issues,
Mm-hmm.
but it seems it's worse because she has no friends and no family. And she ain't got no
Mm-hmm.
friends, she ain't got no family, because that's how she is in real life. How she got down on the radio. That's why she don't have no friends. And that PR offensive that she went on right after the announcement of her marriage dissolution, where she was out in California and having all these friends in the Kardashians, etc. That was hype, and it was as fake as a lot of what Wendy is. Like wait, as fake as Wendy's breasts.
True.
And I and
But
it
I don't
think that was done for. I don't think that.
Hold on one
that
second.
was
Hold on. We got new people, and we're not doing this all day. So really quick, Natasha, where are you at?
With like what topic? Because there's a lot going on
We
here.
talked Wendy, we talked Tammy, we talked Nicki Minaj, and we talked Rihanna. Where are you at with any of those?
Okay. And sorry, my voice is like really raspy right now. I like lost it, and I probably sound like a lumberjack. So just saying. With Wendy,
Cute lumberjack.
I'm just like, I don't know. For me, I'm just a naturally empathic person, so I'll always give someone empathy, even though they didn't give it to me or others. I'll just keep them at a distance, and they'll just not have the full Natasha empath, experience. But I mean, it's just a lesson to like literally you never know when you're going to need that help and that empathy. And people just need to always remember that when they're refusing to give that to others, like Wendy, like, you know what I mean?
Yep.
So you feel like part of this is her karma?
She dropped off.
She's gone.
Oh, she dropped the mic. She didn't drop off.
Oh.
She stated her piece, and that was it.
Hopefully she comes back.
Hi,
Oh,
Nina. Nina's
guys,
in the
so
chat, y'all.
somebody was trying to get in. I'm gonna drop the link really quick. So let's start our final thoughts because we've been up here for a hot minute. Let's start with I can't see the name. Who's at the very top?
That's
Oh,
Kobe,
I
ain't
think
it?
I think that's Callie.
Okay.
Callie?
My final thoughts is this. If Wendy is in fact an alcoholic, all of this could literally be alcoholism that is mixed with her lymphedema and Graves' disease.
Mm-hmm.
And that kind of sounds like that's what we're hearing from Kevin. Alcoholism can make you act like it, especially if she's actively drunk when she's doing these interviews. So it might not be as bad as we think. It might be fixable. But the question is, does she want to fix it?
Mm-hmm.
That's a good point. Kadi?
Let's see. My final thought. I don't have much to say about Wendy. Y'all know I don't even like Wendy for real. Like, I don't.
We can be honest on this channel. Anybody can be honest on this
For
channel.
me, I don't really like her. I don't like her platform of tearing down everybody. I mean, the gossip, it is what it is, but to go overboard and to rip everybody to shreds, I don't like that. I don't watch her. But if she is having issues, she need to get help. But personally, I don't care either way.
Well, damn.
That's honesty.
I'm not
Cocktails.
mad
I mean, on this channel, you're
Love
free
to
to have your own opinion. It may not necessarily be my opinion, but you're free to have it, and that's why I do these panels. People ask me all the time, "Why do you invite people up?" Why not? The best part of doing this show is actually hearing what other people say, especially if they don't agree with me. So that's why I do it. Lisa, where you at?
Okay,
Let me say
my
something.
last thoughts up on this is I got three, so I got some more like that. Like I said, I feel sorry for Whitney. I really do. God bless her, but somebody needs to come in that really cares, I mean, Kevin, you sitting up there, you talking about it's the family, baby. You need to get back in there. I know you were cheating and everything, whatever he was doing, but he had everything in order. And so that's what he needs to do. And now the rest of it, I'm gonna say on Riri, and Tammy, and everybody else who got weight issues. Y'all bitches, you body shame, kiss our ass, okay? I ain't gonna say nothing about Nick Minaj. I can't never stand her. I can't stand when she rap. Her and her husband, her and her sex offender husband, they can go jump in the fire, okay?
Flag on the play.
Allegedly.
Well,
David,
it's not allegedly. He was convicted.
Ain't no damn allegedly.
He was convicted. It wasn't allegedly.
I'm joking. Damn. I'm just kidding.
It was no allegedly. He was charged and he was convicted.
He was charged. He was convicted.
Yeah,
Let me say something really quick,
He's
Mims.
a sex offender.
Let me say something to
They
Veggie
can go
Lot.
jump in Lake of Fire. She can be fat and big, and I don't care nothing about her. So though I said me, Riri, and Tammy, y'all can kiss our asses. But anybody else, they go to the left, all the way to the goddamn left, okay?
Before we jump to you, Mace, really quick, what do you have to say, Kai?
To Veggie Lock, I actually never said I liked Kevin Samuels. What I said is that some of the things he said be the truth. And that's on period. Some of the things he says is not, some of the things he says is the truth. So I never actually said, people keep trying to say, Cotty, you like Kevin Samuels. I personally have never said that. So get your facts straight, honey.
Oh, well, hold on.
She said what she said.
And
it was not.
We don't do that on this channel.
No, people be trying, because I've seen some comments and they be trying to put things on 10 and be like, if you want clarity, ask the question.
Okay. Next, Mace.
Be the ones that never want to call.
What is happening?
I just want to say, I like Wendy. I always liked Wendy. I've been listening to her for years. I'm from New York. She's one of the best villains Gotham ever had.
I know, right?
She's one of the best villains Gotham ever had since I live in Gotham.
Yes, Batwoman.
So, and also with Nicki Minaj, Minaj likes to play games and call people ugly, and she's always talking about people and calling people ugly. So why we can't call her fat when she's obviously fat? So what's the problem? Like, she's out there looking like she's got stuffed into that suit. She was looking kind of, and that just is what it is. Rihanna looks great, and I think Nicki looks great. She looks good, but she likes to talk about people. So why we can't talk about? Look at that!
I didn't see that. Goddamn!
He's stuck.
No, we're not.
No, but it's not to body shame her. It's just she's
body shame.
She looks plump, but she can't get mad because she likes to call the girls ugly. She's always talking about the girls and how pretty she is, and my face card never declines. And you like to pull one of those. You know what I'm saying? So we're gonna pull one of these. That's it. Like, so, you know,
this on a Sunday.
That's that. But Rihanna looks great for just having a baby. You know, and she's, you know, I don't know why she's with that ASAP, but okay. And but you know, we just all want to pray for Wendy and her foot. And please, Wendy, remove the foot. The foot gotta go. It's 5%. The gout is making a strong comeback. Right. I can't. Hashtag cut the foot and get a skate. And just slide on.
Okay, Cromarty, what do you have to say?
Well,
you need to buy.
I swear to God, I swear to God, every time we get to an end of one of my interviews, it goes. I mean, one of my shows, it goes left. Where you at, Cromarty?
Hashtag cut the foot. That might be my okay, but anyway, we'll move past that.
Oh my God.
Oh my God.
Shit, well, that's all I gotta say about Wendy. Hashtag cut the foot. For Nicki, I think she's pregnant, so I don't really care about all the weight shaming. Because I think she's pregnant, so if she's pregnant, she's gonna get big. So I don't care about all that.
Don't nobody care.
Tammy, I understand completely on the
Somebody's trying to get in. Somebody's trying to get backstage.
Oh shit! And Mims, let me say one thing. You're right. these hoochie daddy shorts, it's an epidemic. I said,
No, it
what in
is.
the
I just
hell
caught my
kind of
friend trying to rock one, and I called him out.
Yes, they're
the gym?
everywhere.
Dude got a. I just while we talking, dude got a crop top up to his abs and some hoochie shorts that you can. I was like, what are you doing, sir? It's like
He's
it's
trying to get
Planet
some
Fitness.
D. It's the holiday weekend. He's trying to have a real explosion.
Well, shit.
He had an
Fireworks.
80s flashback. That's what he's doing.
And I'm saying that with hoochie shorts on, but and you know what? It's whatever.
Mace, shout out your channel.
Oh, you got a channel?
Please do. I'll follow. I like you.
Me and Mr. Shady B, we have a channel called Let's Get Into It. You can follow us, and we'll be on Monday night with review of Huntsville, and Tuesday with the review of Real Housewives of Atlanta. Wednesday, we do a collective show of all the hot topics. And Friday, we collaborate with Nola Reeds, and we do Basketball Wives 1 week on her channel and 1 week on our channel, which is Let's Get Into It. So follow our channel.
What you said? What's the name of your channel?
Let's Get Into It.
Let's get into it. Okay.
it.
Yes.
Let's get into it. Okay, I'm gonna go follow you. Okay, darling.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
We
and I
support
enjoyed
around
y'all
here.
today.
Yeah, we support each other.
We're supportive
We support
family.
around here. I still do not agree with you telling Wendy to cut her foot off, but
That
that's
foot
just
got
me.
5% of feeling. It's not medically
I don't
possible. Like she's
condone
standing
any
on a
kind of-
peg. She's talking about I
All the
stand
smoke-
up.
It's the boobs. The boobs.
No, because
All
you saw she said I stand up.
up.
No.
The boobs and the boobs.
We moved on.
Cut off the foot
All
and the
smoke,
boobs.
Where are you at?
For hopefully for like Tammy, I really hope that she gets the help she needs with her body dysmorphia and she like gets to a healthy weight and sees the beauty in that. I also wish Wendy well, even though some people were trying to come for me and they clearly had a comprehension problem. But I'll just say I hope Wendy does well with her health and like her whatever she's going through right now and gets the support that she needs. But I still stand on what I said the initial time. Karma is karma. We have to be accountable for our actions as human beings. And that's just for me, my own personal beliefs. If I do something to someone that affects them, I have to take accountability if that shit follows me down the road. So that's all.
That's fair. I said it in the initial part of this video. Some people feel like it's her karma for all of the F shit that she's done to other people. So I can't fault you for that. I just don't necessarily agree. Robin, where you at?
Where I'm at is until your show, I had no idea that there was anything about Nicki Minaj and her weight. I want to say about weight, fat is not a negative word. It is descriptive. So people have turned it into a pejorative. That's wrong. But I will say that what I did hear about Nicki Minaj was from Roland Martin on Tiffany Cross's show yesterday. And he said she was singing to her record and not singing live. That was the tea on her. I don't want people to think that I am a Wendy hater. I'm a Wendy in and out.
Robin, Robin, really quick. Lisa hates Wendy so much she has started texting. Lisa,
I'm not mad at Lisa either. Can I? You know what? What I believe. What I honestly believe is that. Can I say wait, no, for real though. Wendy, Wendy is the recipient of grace that she did not earn nor deserve.
Correct.
Period. Because Smoke is right. She was ratchet as hell, sub-ghetto, and ninja-ish in the worst way to a whole lot of people who did nothing to her. I mean, even something as simple as I remember, and I go in and out, watch and don't watch. I remember when she was talking about Todd, Candy's husband, and she kept calling him an opportunist. That thing got so ingrained that Mama Joyce started calling him an opportunist. I was like, really? But look at where Todd is and look at where Kevin is. Done. And another thing, everybody keeps calling on Wendy Williams' family to come to her rescue. The big question that people should ask themselves is not how, but why come they don't and didn't and won't and aren't. That's it. Happy Sunday, y'all.
Well, thank you, Robin. I appreciate it. I think this is your first. Hold on one second, Robin. Hold on 1 second, Lisa. Hold on 1 second. This is your first time on this channel, right?
It is.
Like coming up. Well, I appreciate you coming up and giving your opinion.
I've seen you elsewhere, Mims, and I found
in the streets.
Oh, men be all over the
No,
shit
we
in the
can't.
bar.
Don't blow my stuff, okay? Nah. Oh yeah, the YouTube streets. I've seen you, and I
In
was
Dubai.
like, I have to check him
In
out at some point.
Dubai.
And so
We can't start that again. He'll cut this real quick.
and this was it. This is it. So it's been interesting and fun, and I appreciate it. And I'll come back.
Well, I appreciate you, Robin. For some reason, people keep trying to get backstage. So I'm going to go ahead and drop you down. I hope you don't
Oh,
mind.
I'm
Thank you
out.
so much for coming.
All right.
And call back again. That's
Sure
what this is
enough.
about.
Yes, call back in. We'd love to hear your opinion on everything.
I really enjoy myself. I gotta go finish cooking, but I love you guys. I really enjoy myself, and I'll see you guys later. Okay?
Bye.
Bye.
Maze, I love your potato skincare regime. I heard you say that one time, and I've
Yes,
been doing it
because
since.
people do not know. If you have any black circles under your eyes, real quick, you take a potato, right? You grate the raw potato, grab the potato and put it underneath your eye here. When you take it off, the potato will be black from the iodine. It will pull all types of dark circles and thickness from under your eyes. That's how
amazing.
I don't eat. I take potato
Say that
and egg and mix it and put it on my face, and it keeps my skin like.
Yep, we got to listen to her.
Okay, so
Look,
that
she's a
ex- yeah, that
testament.
explains
Hello.
it.
Okay.
Have a good day, everybody.
Bye.
Enjoy your Sunday.
Enjoy your Sunday.
What's her name? Her channel? Though? I forgot.
I know I forgot too.
It's called
Let's get into it.
Let's get into it.
Let's get into it.
It's really funny. I go there all the time and troll them in the comments. I support people. People support me. I support them.
I
Kadi
see
can
memes
tell you.
everywhere.
Yeah.
I mean, and I don't have time, y'all. I have a real profession, but I will be there whether I'm in the comments with one comment or two.
Oh, yeah.
I will play people's videos because that's what it's about. Why not support other people, especially the ones that support you? Okay, Natasha, and I think we got one other person. Natasha, where you at?
Sorry, my phone overheated because I'm trying to go to the park and run because we're talking about all this healthy stuff. But yeah, I mean, like, I was just about like with the whole what's her name with the body dysmorphia and stuff. First of all,
Tami.
My ADHD is kicking in. Wendy, I really think she needs to remove her breast implants because there's a thing called implant illness, and it's weird that hasn't happened yet considering all of her ailments. But anyway, she might have some kind of dysmorphia and some kind of like shame of like wanting to keep this image because maybe she felt ugly her own life too. Like it really messes with women's heads because a lot of times we're only valued for what we look like. But yeah, I just feel like most people should just try to just go for the more healthy route. Like you go for trying to be healthy versus creating like an aesthetic, because you never know, like you look better when you're healthier. You shine brighter, your mind's better, just everything
better.
works, and your energy's better, and like it just creates like another glow that you can't really duplicate with anything artificial. And I don't know, I forget everything else because I got sidetracked and I have ADHD, but I guess that's it. A little positive message from Natasha.
Okay,
That was beautiful.
I appreciate
That
that.
was beautiful. It was beautiful.
We got a new.
And you are white. You are white, Tasha. When you feel healthy and you be healthy, you get that energy, you get that glow.
Affects your mind.
I do know that. And when
I get my
had
glow
stopped-
from other
I had stopped
things.
losing my weight.
Alright.
And
Alright.
Mims, really?
You ruined my
Really?
beautiful message. I'm just kidding.
On
Lord.
on the first Sunday of July, that's the sword you want to
Yeah,
die
not on
on?
a Sunday.
Okay, so I have the church girl. She's new to my
Hi,
channel.
church
Church
girl. Hi, church girl.
Oh,
Where did she go?
She muted.
When I was saying I get my glow from other things, it wasn't anything bad.
oh please.
Oh,
Where
you
you at?
definitely
Can you
get
hear
the
us?
Right,
vibe.
right.
The church girl, you have to unmute yourself.
We can't hear
Well-
you. We're talking to you.
She about to read us a sermon. She about to get us together.
Right, she's
Oh,
pulling up
no.
the chapters. She's pulling up the chapters right now.
The church girl, you have to unmute yourself. You muted yourself.
She's pulling up the chapters.
Hello.
Hey.
Hello. Hey, church girl. How you doing?
Oh,
You muted yourself.
hi. Actually, the
hold on
volume
one
went
second,
crazy
guys.
whenever
You
came
have
up,
me.
so I didn't know. It was like everybody was talking over each other. I didn't hear you.
You have
Sorry.
me. You have me playing in the background. Make sure that. Oh, no cut. So where are you at? We talked Wendy. We talked Nicki. We talked Rihanna. What did you want to sound off on?
Well, I just had a comment regarding Wendy Williams. I love Wendy. I love Auntie Wendy. I enjoy the gossip of it all. I enjoy you too, man. I've been following you since inception, so I'm happy to be here
thank
with
you.
you.
I appreciate that.
But Wendy has not been right since Auntie Tab tapped on Wendy's shoulder and said, "How you doing?"
With that prayer.
I did
Do
not
we all
expect this from the
recall?
church girl.
Last year, around this same time last year, Wendy had something to say about Tabitha retiring her husband. And Tabitha came back and said, "Oh, she must be in so much pain." And ever since then, when she read her in all of her niceties, Wendy has not been well.
Oh, you know what? You tell
I
the
forgot
truth.
about that. I really did forget
Yeah.
about that.
Yeah,
You
and
think
she
she?
started a bunch of
You think she
mess.
put a root on her?
I rebuke all curses sent my way and return it to sender. Thank you.
You think she put a root on? She said, "Till you do right by me, nothing
Hey,
that you have."
I can't say what happened. I
Yeah,
just
baby,
know
because
Auntie
you right,
Tab
but you
said
right,
it.
church
You know
girl.
that
Ever since
I wish
then.
the love of Jesus, I wish the love of God will wrap you tight
But
when
and
you're
you know
not
what's so
well.
funny?
And ever since then,
She
she has not been well.
Wendy
You
was
right. She has
wrong
not. You
because
right.
police officers are eligible for retirement after 15 years anyway. So Wendy got up there and tried to act like this man had no income and he was just a bum that was living off of Tabitha and he was eligible for his retirement. Wendy started a whole huge thing. People are still coming at Tabitha about that to this day. See, Wendy did a lot of nasty stuff to people for no reason.
Okay, but we can't get into it because y'all we've almost been at for 2 hours. That was a really good point, the church
Yeah,
girl.
that was a really good point. But look, you know what? I had forgot all about that though. And I
So did
remember when
I.
that happened. And you telling the truth, right soon after that happened, she read her. Everything started going downhill.
Slippery slope.
Wait,
Yeah.
hold on, Lisa.
Baby,
Lisa then
that's why you
came up
got to
on
be
my
careful what you
channel.
say about people.
Lisa then took her hair down and everything. Lisa,
Right?
I see you giving us inches, girl. Lisa did not come to play.
Flowing locks.
Lisa is going to a barbecue tonight. So, guys,
Go naked
thank
hair
you
care.
so much.
Yeah.
I'm glad that you guys chose to spend your Sunday with me. This was really great. I appreciate everybody. Make sure to check out my interview with Nini's son's baby mama. That was a really good one. I'm gonna share it again. Thank you everybody who was up on the screen and giving their, truth. I know Lisa and Escrow Marty talked about their issues with weight, and I think Callie too. You had
Oh
something else?
yeah, I wanted to say something. Oh, never mind. If we're in the never mind.
Yeah, we really do have to end this one, but I'll make sure the next time you come up, no matter what the topic is, we'll definitely
Nah, it's cool. It's cool.
we'll definitely address it.
Mims, are you going to be back later for
Have a happy
Housewives?
4th of July. I'm here in Memphis with my family for the 4th. And
Happy 4th.
Good barbecuing. Good barbecuing.
yeah,
Happy 4th, everyone.
My brother gonna throw down.
We're not celebrating America's birthday because gas prices are too high, inflation, we can't get nothing, and Roe versus Wade. So stay away from the gas pumps. And that's all I have to say.
Baby, this live
Yeah, we're not
costs so much.
celebrating what's
Places to
happening
go.
right now.
But thank you guys. Thank you so much. Definitely like the video. We had 300 people in here through the majority of this one. I need the likes, y'all. Help a brother out. I'm trying. I think I should have a sample of you guys, my theme song. I'm going to go ahead and write that check and pay for it. So I should have a theme song. It's really dope. Gabor liked it. Everybody who's heard it has liked it. So
Is it a bop? Is it a shimmy?
Yeah.
Or is it like
you might twerk to it. I don't know.
Well,
It's
I need
fast.
shoulders.
Run me my money, Mims.
Escrow Marty, it's probably we won't break his soul. He has Beyonce as his theme song.
It is not,
Oh,
and
guys.
we probably will be demonetized because you said that. So, all right, bye, everybody.
No, perfect. Thank you.
Allegedly,
Bye.
allegedly. Bye, y'all.
Hashtag cut the foot.